Hi, welcome to Concessions. I'm Sasha, the Concessions Director, and I'm going to walk you through, first and foremost, some of our policies and procedures or rules per se, just to make sure that you're familiar with how things work when you first come into the stand. And this applies to all of our stands, whether you're in an outdoor stand working a football game or whether you're working a basketball game inside. So one of the first things when you come into the stand, and a lot of these are health department requirements, you do need to make sure that your hair is pulled back off your face or you're wearing a hat. I know a lot of the gentlemen like to wear hats. We also need to make sure that we are washing our hands all the time when you're in the stands. So you'll always find a hand washing sink in every single one of our stands. You know, some people like to sing happy birthday when they're washing their hands. I like to sing our fight song when I'm washing my hands, so I think that's probably what you should do. And then just some of our other general policies. Only our volunteers who are working are allowed in the stand. So please make sure that you've made arrangements for your, any smaller children. We cannot have children in the stand. We are working with food. We do have a lot of hot items like our warmers. In our outdoor stands, we have barbecues. So it's not safe for our little ones. And given that we're working with food and one of our priorities is the health and safety of our customers who are coming and buying food from us, we need to make sure that we're keeping our customers safe. We do provide gloves, so whenever you're handling ready to eat food, which would be anything that's already cooked. So if you're wrapping hot dogs or wrapping pizza, you're always going to have gloves on. We're never going to have bare hands. So you wash your hands first, put some gloves on, and then you can work with food. Please make sure that you store any personal items. We have in all of our stands a designated area for personal items. Your athletes cannot store any of their gear in the stands. Again, this is for the health and safety of our customers who are coming and buying food from us. You can certainly put your personal items where they need to go, but we just don't have the room for sporting equipment, especially when it's been, outdoors and it's not always the cleanest. It can't be in a food establishment, if you will. We always need to make sure if you do have any cuts or scrapes that they're covered appropriately. So the stands do have first aid kits. So you'll need to make sure that you cover any cuts or scrapes and then also put a glove on. That's all kind of common sense stuff, but we really have to think about it a little more carefully to make sure that we're keeping all of our customers safe. If you are sick, if you're vomiting or having other sort of GI issues, please don't come to work. Let whoever is organizing know that you're having those sorts of issues. If you've been exposed to, and I'm going to have to read these, salmonella or E. coli, hepatitis A, or norovirus, please don't come here. We don't want anyone exposed to any of that. And also, please do not come to volunteer in the stand under the influence of any alcohol or drugs. And any sort of alcohol or drugs is strictly prohibited on school property. If that happens, teams potentially risk their earnings. So we don't want that happening to anyone. So we need to be clean and sober when we're in the stands, working with our customers and working for our kids. So I'm looking forward to meeting all of our volunteers and working with all of you. Certainly reach out to the Concessions Director email if you have any questions or you need additional information.